Hi, I'm Doug Marks with Metal Method Video Guitar Lessons, and I'm here to teach you a lesson. You're going to love this program because these techniques are simple to learn and will make a huge impact on your guitar playing. This is my favorite type of guitar lesson. It breaks down complicated information into very simple parts that anybody can quickly master. Learning to play guitar doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need to understand how an internal combustion engine works to drive a car, and you don't need to comprehend complex music theory to become an incredible guitarist. Does anybody remember Jimi Hendrix? His understanding of music theory was quite limited, yet Hendrix revolutionized electric guitar. On that note, let's begin this program. Okay, first you need to download the lesson materials. Please go to bestfreeguitarlessonever.com and download the Fretboard Graphics printable charts and Guitar Pro 6 file. You'll need these lesson materials to understand and to practice these exercises. Now, this lesson is so simple that a beginner can understand everything, yet experienced players will find this to be a useful, novel way of looking at the fretboard. Trust me, the guitar neck will never look the same. Most guitar leads are major, minor, or modal. Although these scales can look intimidating, they're all composed of just three simple three-note patterns. I'll define these patterns in whole step and half step intervals. A whole step interval is just, and a half step is two adjacent notes, two side-by-side notes. The three basic patterns that are the foundation of all lead guitar playing can be found in the Guitar Pro 6 file labeled exercises. Exercise 1 is the half step, whole step pattern. Half step, whole step. Simple, right? And that's the beauty of this lesson. Exercise 2 is the whole step, half step, Exercise 3 is whole step, whole step. Master these three basic patterns, and you're well on your way to understanding lead guitar. This concept is the basis for my program, Speed and Accuracy for Lead Guitar, which goes well beyond what I'm explaining here. I cover speed picking techniques with an in-depth look at both the fretting and picking hand. The program includes 13 exercises not included in this free lesson. It's all about results, and it has produced incredible results. Many students have doubled their alternate picking speed in just 30 days. The program is available on both DVD and digital download. This is the third position in E natural minor, starting at the top of the fretboard. The first two strings use the half step, whole step pattern. The third and fourth strings use the whole step, half step pattern. The fifth and sixth strings use the whole step pattern. So the third position of E natural minor is composed of just these three patterns. E natural minor can be divided into 7 3 notes to a string patterns. As I said, this is the third of the 7 patterns. In your lesson materials, print out the PDF labeled 3 notes per string. It looks like this. So this is E natural minor divided into 7 positions. Look closely at all of these patterns and you'll see they are composed of only the 3 patterns that you just learned, exercises 1 through 3. You should memorize and practice these 7 patterns because they're the foundation of mastering the fretboard. In my complete basic course and my speed and accuracy program, I describe how these same patterns can be viewed as major, minor, and modal without changing anything, without relearning anything. This makes mastering the fretboard much easier than most people imagine. The first 3 exercises are an excellent finger warm-up for your practice sessions. Since these 3 patterns are the foundation for all lead guitar playing, it just makes sense that this is an ideal way to get ready for anything that you're going to play. Practice each of the first 3 exercises and continue to increase the tempo until you find the fastest speed that you can play without making mistakes. I call this your max. Click on the tempo window in Guitar Pro 6. Enter your max tempo. For this example, I'll use 100 beats per minute. Click on Apply, then OK. Select the part that you want to repeat by dragging your cursor over it. Click on the loop icon. Click on Speed Trainer. Enter 60% in the From window, 100% in the To window, 3% in the Steps window, and set repeat to 1 time. Here's what you've entered. You want to start at 60% of 100 beats per minute. As the selected measure loops, it will continue to increase the tempo until it reaches 100%. Each time the looped area begins again, it will increase speed by 3%. The last window just means that the selected part of the tablature will repeat 1 time before increasing in tempo by 3%. In other words, if you want the tempo to increase very slowly, set it to 2 or more times. Click OK, click on the metronome, press play and repeat the part as it gradually increases speed. As you play along, keep an eye on the tempo at the bottom of the Guitar Pro window. You'll see the tempo increases by 3% each time the phrase is repeated. The Guitar Pro Speed Trainer is an awesome way to gradually increase your picking speed over time. I personally use the Speed Trainer every day for my own practice sessions. To learn more about this amazing tool, go to guitar-pro.com. Guitar Pro will help you learn to play songs note for note, compose your own music, and best of all, play along with Metal Method guitar lessons at any tempo. There is no better way to become a better guitarist than to use Guitar Pro along with my Metal Method guitar lessons. Exercise 4 is the next exercise in this lesson. Exercise 4 ties the 3 patterns together into a large pattern that covers a big chunk of the neck. Here's what's cool about this. The notes and patterns are totally symmetrical on both strings. The intervals that you're playing on the second string are exactly the same as the first string. Since you're playing the same patterns on both strings, you can shred on this one. Then you can move this same pattern to the 6th and 5th strings, 5th and 4th strings, 4th and 3rd strings to cover most of the fretboard. In fact, it works on every pair of strings except the third, and second because of the way the B string is tuned. You don't need to change the pattern at all. For example, exercise 4 is in E natural minor, starting on the E note. In exercise 5, you'll see that it's the same notes and patterns in the same order and still perfectly symmetrical, starting on the E note on the 4th string. Same pattern. So when you're playing a lead in E natural minor, you can use this simple pattern to fly up and down the neck on all but one pair of strings. I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson. Speed and accuracy for lead guitar takes what you've learned here and expands it into the complete program. Now, my most popular series of lessons is the Complete Basic course because it starts right at the beginning of learning to play guitar, explains basic techniques for intermediates, and continues through modal theory and very challenging lead guitar for advanced players. The Complete Basic course includes everything needed to jam with friends or play in a band. My course, along with Guitar Pro, will help you meet and exceed your guitar playing goals. I'll see you on the next lesson.